Outside, like fucking, I can't even remember what she was saying, but then she touched me beard and just turned round to a fella and went, "Why isn't your beard as soft as his?"
Oh yeah, I can remember that. That was while we were in the beer garden, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the dude is literally like, he looks like he's just walked off a building site.
Yeah, he looked like he'd just finished work.
He's got his eye-vis on. He's covered in cement dust. Like, and I'm literally like, he's just finished work, and he's just, look at him, he's got, like, his beard's rough because he's covered in cement. I went home and shampooed.
I'm just going to emasculate you right now.
Yeah. Do you remember going mental at the guy at the doorman asking you for ID?
The ginger twat.
You got
fuck off,
you
mate.
Got anger issues you have, man.
Fuck off.
That's like, you got problems.
It's not a policy where I need to take your passport or your bank account or your driving license details. No.
Yes,
okay, well, show me your GDPR policy. So, Gossip, I've already got an email. I've already emailed out, and I want the full GDPR policy and what they're doing with the flow of data for passport and for driving license details. Because if you're taking those details, you've got to house them details in a private data centre.
Mm-hmm.
So don't talk shit. Gossip have not got a private data centre. I know the owner of Gossip. You're chatting shit. Stop making up bullshit. Should have just rammed his ginger head in the table.
It's literally printed on the wall, right where he was standing.
Bullshit.
ID required to enter. They require your identification to enter that bar. It's written there in black and white. There's loads of bars that do it now. Loads of bars. And it's for safety purposes.
What safety? You said what?
If something kicks off
right
in that bar,
yes, okay.
Bear in mind it's predominantly a gay bar as well,
right?
So maybe prone to homophobic attacks. Let's just say that, right?
Okay.
If something kicks off, they have got a full record for the police of everybody that was in that bar at that time. It's for everyone's safety. That's all it is. It's you are literally overthinking it. Just
no, I just
safety.
know the rules between how you have to. If you're writing data, I've got no problem saying that's me, but you're not writing it down. But the details underneath.
Why not?
No, you're missing. No, it's not me being crazy. This is woke bullshit.
It's not.
Okay, go look at GDPR when you take it down. Bring it up. Bring up the rules on GDPR.
Dude,
That's literally what I do for a living.
I know exactly the rules of GDPR. I worked in education. I know about you. I know what you've got to do. I know the rules and regs about it. I work with fucking mailing lists now. I have to take people's details every single day. Addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, names, blah, blah, blah. I know that they have to be stored securely. I know that that person can request all the information that we hold on them and why we hold it at any point.
Yeah. Which is called... What? Which is called, when someone requests that, what's that called?
I've got no idea what it's called.
So...
You can't just nod your head, and just because I don't know what it's called, I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not. I'm getting into the logistics of the whole. Anyway, I can't be arsed going into why a ginger knob cheese needs to hold my information when you're taking people's data and might lose music.
I don't understand why you're like targeting the doorman who's just doing his job.
Do you?
Right. Literally just doing his job.
Do you write down people's information when they give it you?
Do I write it down? Yes.
Okay.
There's no follow-up to that.
No follow-up whatsoever. So someone comes in who gives you their email address into work, their email address, their date of birth.
I don't ask the date of birth. No.
So their name, address, and telephone number.
Yeah, email address.
Just write it on. Okay.
Yeah, it all goes. It either gets handwritten on specific sheets that we've got for that purpose, or it goes straight into our ticketing database thing. So yeah, Is that a problem?
No, no.
I don't understand what point you're making. Now.
I'm not making. I am not making any point whatsoever. The only thing I'm suggesting is companies such as Logic Monitor. I'm getting into my work stuff on GDPR, and I can't get bothered be talking about limited access requests and stuff.
Okay.
So like all your pieces of paper, they have to go on a certain piece of paper because that paper's destroyed in a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything gets. If it needs destroying, it gets destroying. If it needs
asking.
storing, it gets storing. If it needs to be stored and locked, it's stored and locked. We've got locked cabinets upstairs,
Which is what I was
which
asking him.
nobody can get in.
Which is what I was asking him. What are you doing with my data?
You weren't. You weren't asking him that. What you were doing was going, I'm fucking 45.
Is that how it came out?
Why would I have identification? What do you need me fucking... Well, I'm 45. That's what you were doing.
It's true.
And I was going, it's just for safety, Cleon. It's
What
just
I was
so they
trying
know
to get
it's
across-
in the bar.
What I was trying to get across
fucking
was
mentalist.
what's your GDPR data what
Yeah.
you do with the data behind it.
Do you know what baffled me a little bit more?
What?
That you don't carry identification with you.
Why would I carry identification around with me? What for?
Because people do.
What for? What reason?
In case it's needed. Like people do. Like people have the driving licenses in the wallet because it's a little card and you put it with your cards in your wallet.
But if you put your wallet in your car and you go into a crash, and it all goes poof,
Oof.
You've
It's all digital now, isn't it? So you can just get it all back. But it was just a thing. People carried their identification.
That's what I was showing him.
Yeah, but
My passport, my driving license,
on your phone
which is a digital copy.
can be faked. Of course it can.
Yeah.
If I take a photo of your passport, if I take a photo of it, I can change the details on a photo. If I've got the physical thing, I can't change the physical thing and make it look real.
I just don't take ID. I've been
Honestly, that's the only thing that baffled me. Like, I just thought,
since I've been over the age of 25.
oh fuck.
I can't remember when I've ever taken a passport and driving license out with me. Ever. I can't. No, I don't. No, I can't remember a time where I've ever took my actual ID out. I can give you my bank card and say that's my name,
Yeah.
and someone can go, Nick, nah, and then you're just in a back and forth again. But
That's one that always gets me. Actually, I can't. Top of my head, I can't think of any examples now. But there are situations where you can use your bank card. It's like, I just need something with your name on, like a bank card, and it means nothing, does it? It's like, okay,
because it's not a rule.
yeah. If I could
Because
give
it's
him yours, it's like
You can give anybody anything. I could have showed him an ID of mine and it could not have... Either way, I don't carry my passport and driving licence round with me because they cost a fortune to replace.
with regards to the GDPR, you're well within your right. If you go, yeah, well, we want to come in, well, we need your ID. We just make a copy of it and we have it on the system. So, even if he explains it all to you, if you're more compos mentis, and you're still well within your right to drop them an email and go, I need all the information that you hold on me and the reasons why you're holding it. But that's the law. That is GDPR.
Thinking back, thinking back on why he needed my identification. Yeah, I understand completely why he needed my identification. Did I understand on Friday night why I was being asked for my identification not long after I'd been age shamed a little bit in Pink?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because there's no other bar in Stoke-on-Trent that stops and asks you that question. And I've been in Gossip hundreds of times and never been asked that question. Ever. Never.
Okay, right. If you've been in Gossip before,
Yep.
because he clearly said this, if you've been in before, we'll already have your details. So come in. He said that. If you've been in before, then
Well, I didn't hear him.
come in. You fucking dick.
I didn't fucking hear him. I was too pissed. And he was ginger.
That's got nothing to do with anything.
I was
Cleo.
more
You're
pissed
just
off
being-
at that fact, I think. I don't know.
You're There was just a young lad doing his job on the door, like, just needed your ID, and you're like, I am 45.
Why did you need my ID for? The reason I thought he needed my ID was my mind went straight back to a place where, as if you've had a few drinks, you can never get in anywhere because they just ask you for your ID and they know you haven't got your ID. So my mind went back there. Obviously, the reason, as you've explained it, is a good excuse. And I understand why they're actually doing it. But on Friday, I was too pissed.
Nothing was
There
going
was
through
no sense going on,
there.
Dave.
He even stood there and he was like, it's got nothing to do with your age, mate.
Was he?
Yeah, he's like,
Wasn't even listening.
It's got nothing to do with your age. You were livid.
Literally wasn't listening.
Anyway.
Don't care.
So Friday was interesting, yeah?
Yes, we went out. We didn't just have a night with me arguing with the doorman, even though that sounds
That
like the
whole
highlight.
thing lasted about a minute and a half. The whole thing about a minute and a half. If you really not appreciating the fact you've been asked for ID, and me going, I'm really sorry about it, mate. We're gonna go get some food. We're just gonna get food. Thanks though, appreciate it. Right.
I spent the rest of the evening lying on my sofa.
Yeah.
With the dog on the chair, go with chili chips and.
Oh, I remember that.
I got chili chips and chicken.
You got chicken and chips with chili sauce on, and you were. Do you know the guy who doesn't really know what room he's in? That's shoveling the chili sauce into his mouth with his fingers.
Yeah,
that's what you were doing in Rendezvous.
Was I? Oh no. I was a right drunken Larry mess.
Yeah, you were.
Anyway, so I lay on the sofa for a good hour later, going, tip for me, and like you're that far, the dog's far away from me, so you've seen my house layout, and the tip for you, and throwing it, and the dog catching it in his mouth,
nice.
And the tip for me,
that's entertainment,
and the tip for you. When I woke up in the morning, Dave, okay. So there was different items of clothes in different rooms of the house. So in one room there was a sock. Another room there was a pair of trainers. Another room there was a pair of jeans. On the stairs there was a top. Somewhere there was a pair of boxers. So basically, I've gone get a drink in the kitchen. Top off. Yeah. I've gone in the living room, trousers off. Feedy doggy time. For some reason, in my boxers.
Oh, you're the king of the castle, mate. It's your
sitting in my boxers,
sitting in your pants in the house, eating
with
chips.
with the chips balanced on my belly, frisbeeing an old chip over to the dog, and then putting one in my mouth. Nom
nom nom.
Nom nom nom. So I woke up in the morning, walked downstairs. The dog had looked like he'd been eating, that Chinese sweet and sour sauce. Yeah. Dog just had like an orange film round his face, and
it was all over your chips.
And little bits of splatter of chili sauce from round where the dog was, from where I've just
launching.
I'm just launching chips at him. He's not catching them no more. Just hitting the wall.
Yeah, I had my food wrapped up because I'm civilised. Just wrapped up.
Have you ever seen me do that in Rendezvous? No. Have you ever seen me go into a heated debate about my ID then just go?
It has been such a long time since I've seen you that drunk, and it was quite refreshing in all fairness. On the night, I was a bit like, "Fuck me, why am I the babysitter tonight?" But no, it was quite refreshing. I walked home. And I had some chippies, and I had a little margarita pizza, and I went in the fridge and I got some saucy sauce, and I sat down. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a little put something on YouTube. I'm gonna get something on YouTube, maybe some that Barry dude who does kitchen hacks and cooking and whatnot, or I'm gonna watch some Australian guy on Block a Drain, all this useless shit that you watch on YouTube. And what I didn't know is that. The girls had been using the PlayStation to watch a DVD. Now, the problem with the PlayStation and DVDs is the volume output's not very high. So you have to turn your volume up.
Yeah.
So the fucking volume's on like 25. It's 2 in the morning, and I'd put the fucking tally on, don't I? Shit me pants. Try and fucking turn that down. So My food was fucking lovely. I don't know what sauce they used with that pizza. That tomato sauce is made of fucking dragon's tears.
Mate,
or
that
something.
chili sauce,
It was lovely.
whatever's in that chicken, that was lovely.
But I did fall asleep on the sofa. Finished eating, moved all that out of the way, and my head's just gone back, hasn't it? And I've gone. So I woke up about 3:00, bit of a sore neck, and I'm like, right, yeah, okay. Now I don't know if you remember this, but at some point in the night, the missus messaged me saying, "I've just letting you know I've come to bed. It's red hot up here. I'm melting. When you come in, can you bring the fan up?" And I'm like, I'm only been another 4 hours, Doc. You've already melted at this point, but yeah, by all means, I'll bring the fan up. It's fine. So I remembered I've got to take the fan up, and then Margie, one of my little cats, gives me the most aggressive head rubs. Like, so she jumps off the cat tower and then in between my legs, and she's forcing herself. It's like Scruffy, like forcing herself. Like she's proper missed me. So. A few beers in my system, Anta, so I'm like, I am accepting the cat fussies. So
Yeah.
she's on the chair, and I'm proper roughing her up, like, and then I pick her up, and I've basically got her head in my mouth as I'm giving her kisses, like, and I'm looking at her going, this is called collecting the rent. Poor cat doesn't know what fucking do. But she follows me upstairs, and I'm like, that's ace, man. She's missed me. She comes there, she jumps on the bed, she gets comfortable. So I got the fan. Now I'm struggling to stand up. So I've got to balance the fan on something so it's pointing at the bed. So I do that. Now I'm holding the fan by the guard, by the grate, like.
This isn't sound effects, by the way. Does sound a
Yeah,
bit
there
like
is
a fan.
yeah.
It's quite good.
So I plug it in, not realising that it's actually switched on. Bear in mind, I'm squishing the thing in one hand, so the blades start spinning, and they just start catching the grate, don't they? So it's going ting 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 ting. Turn 3 in the fucking morning, like that's happening. Like my missus just like boom, awake, looking at me, and I'm like, so I've got the torch on my phone. I'm holding this fan. I've dropped the fan. I look at her and just go, "Hi,
We both did the roughly the same kind of crap then.
are you alright?"
Morning.
And she's like, "Yeah," and then just went back to sleep. So yeah, get in bed, and that was that. But I went work on Saturday, and I texted her in the morning just saying, "I'm really sorry about the fan last night. I didn't realise it was switched on, so I've plugged it in, and it's done that." And she's like, "No, it's fine. Don't worry about it." It's like, and everything was fine, and I didn't have to worry about it. I thought I might be in trouble, but I wasn't.
I missed the bed.
Oh wow!
So
Yeah.
where you get on, where you sit on your bed, really, where you just sit down on the edge of your bed.
Just sit. Yeah.
Yeah, I just missed the bed.
That's silly.
So I just woke everybody up. I woke everyone up when I got in the house. The most excited person in the world was to see me was drunk dad, was the dog. Because he knows he's getting fed. Because every time I'm drunk, I come home with a whole bunch of food and I do the with the dog. So he's happy. And the only people that weren't happy were my missus. Because I just made all the noises going to bed. You know when you try and be quiet? It sounds like you had a similar experience. Try and be
You
quiet.
can't be quiet.
No.
No. I've resigned myself to the fact now that I'm just not quiet when I'm drunk, so I don't try. And generally that leads to me being more quiet when I'm not trying. If I'm trying to be quiet, I'll fall over.
Yeah,
if I'm
I
not
get
trying, then I'm all right. And that was just a pure accident with the fan, because I didn't know it was switched on. I thought I got away with it, but I didn't. But no, Friday was... Yeah, I'd had quite a bad headache for the bulk of the day. And I was like, I thought, I can't... I'm not bailing.
Yeah.
I'm not bailing on it. So I'll drink loads of water, I'll have some painkillers and just see if that sorts me out. That didn't sort me out. And like waiting for you to land, I'd got ready and I was sat waiting.
Yeah,
so
that was
so
late.
I'm like, so then I started getting sleepy. And I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake, right, okay, I need to go have a beer. Cracked a beer open out the fridge. And my theory was, if I drink enough, I won't be able to feel the headache. And that's exactly what happened.
You went on the double Jack and Cokes at one point.
No, it wasn't at one point. It was the next move. I jumped to the double Jack and Cokes very quickly, quicker than what I normally do, because I had them couple of Flensburgers in Bottlecraft, 2 or 3. I can't remember if we had 2 or 3 in
I think
Bottlecraft.
they were bad.
And and they sat on my stomach. I prefer Keller from there, from drinking lagers, and they didn't have Keller on. They had Flensburgers.
I blame the Flensburgers for me sake.
Quite possibly, yeah. But they just didn't settle very well, and I was a bit like, fuck, I can't do another pint yet. So fuck it, we're going on to the Jack and... I always go on to the Jack and Cokes. So I was like, right, double Jack and Cokes, and we'll do this. So Cleon's round in the next bar, and he's like, what are you drinking? I'll have a double Jack and Coke. And you went on to the creamy pints, you had the Guinness. And I don't know, this was the thing as well, because I remember saying to you, every time you have a pint of Guinness, you never finish it. Like, you don't finish the Guinness for some reason. You drink about half of it, and then you go get like a double vodka Red Bull or something. And you went, I'll show you that I can finish a pint of Guinness. Like, it's not a proving ground, Cleon. Fucking hell. So about 5 pints of Guinness later, he's like, see?
Oh, no.
But yeah, it wasn't just the double Jack and Coke and a pint of Guinness. It was a double Jack and Coke, a pint of Guinness, and 5 Jaeger bombs. That's what you actually ordered.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
They were 5 for £12.
Yeah, and you because you said to the bar staff, like,
Pearl.
do you do that's not a real name, Cleo. Do you do like a tray of shots? And she's like, what do you mean? Like a tray with loads of shots on it?
Do you know what I was thinking? You know, Revolutions.
You were thinking of the beer pong.
No, you know Revolutions.
Yeah,
Do
go
you
on.
remember Revolutions where you used to get that paddle?
Oh, they had the paddle, didn't they?
You had a little paddle and you had all your nice different shots
Yeah.
in the paddle. That's what I was after on Friday night.
Yeah.
That was my goal. I
Yeah.
just wanted...
They had them behind the bar. I just don't think they understood what you meant.
I just wanted a tray of fucking shots. It's not hard.
But yeah, but the girls were like, well, we do like 5 for 12 on Jaeger bombs and baby Guinness and things like that. So you were like, yeah, that'll do.
Fair one.
Jaeger bombs, baby Guinness. But because there was 2 of us, 5 doesn't go into 2 evenly unless we're sharing a glass. So whenever they poured them, like, they'd bring them over, and one of them would just go back. That one's for you.
That was for
Like-
you. That's for me.
But that's the thing, because I remember doing this in, I mean, I'm talking 25 years ago, like
Yeah.
that, in Liquid, like having a proper natter with one of the guys working the bar, and then ordering a couple of shots and saying, "Oh man, that one's for you." And he's like, "Oh, that's great. I'll save it for when my shift's over. I can't drink it on shift." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Just drink it, mate. Nobody's watching." And they wouldn't drink it. Whereas in there, it was like, yeah, Doc, that one's for you because, 5, 2, don't work. And they're like, yeah, sound. Shot glass up, chin, boom, down the hatch. Off they go serve the next person. Wicked. Do you remember the twins?
Oh, that was someone who came up and said to you, tell me a joke.
It's because I said something and you laughed. I was like, oh, dude, let me tell you something. And you went, no. And then started laughing. And then she came over and went, what's funny? And I'm like, what the fuck? Who are you? What's funny? Tell me a joke. I'm like, there is no joke to tell. And you're like, tell her a joke, Dave. I'm like, there was literally no joke to tell. I was just going to tell him this was the first place I got drunk in. Like, there's no joke to tell. That's boring. Think of a joke. And then
Just walked off.
And then she was like, we're twins. Well, no shit. Exactly the fucking same. But she's like, we're twins. And I went, no way, we're twins.
Oh, God, everything got taken in the wrong
Yeah.
context,
I
didn't
was
it?
like, no way, we're twins. And she's looking at us, and her sister goes, really? I'm like, yeah, but different mums. But it's going over their head. They've got fucking nothing. And they walk off. Because there was like 5 of them, wasn't there?
You try and tell them all jokes,
Yeah, and they just didn't get it.
and it was just going...
There was like 5 of them, and I remember them walking past, and one of them looking really confused, and I saw her say to her, he doesn't believe that we're twins, and came back over and went, do you not believe that we're twins? And I looked at her and went, you look exactly the fucking same, Doc. You're literally identical twins. Like, you're not wearing makeup, she is. That's the only difference. And then the other one goes, are you two really twins? Yes. And then off they went.
Yes, now leave us alone, you crazy bastards.
Fuck me.
Fucking hell, why are you?
It was that was a strange one. But yeah, I mean, Hanley's definitely not what it used to be.
No, it's not.
I know
It's
we-
not. It was like walking into a bunch of memories.
I know we spent more money getting in places and then leaving. Because it's like, oh, let's try the Sugar Mill. Going in and going, oh, this is
This
terrible.
is something
Let's
else I
leave.
wanted to discuss today. This is something else I wanted to discuss. Now, I think there should be a rule on nightclubs. If your nightclub's empty as toast, if it's just empty, if it's just a room that's playing crap music, or if it's just a room playing music, or if it's just a room, you should be able to go, is there anyone in here, mate?
Yeah.
Is there?
Is it busy?
Is it busy or what? And they go, no. And you go, well, see you later then. But saying that, probably the reason it's not busy is because a bunch of people have gone, is it busy? And they've said no. And then they've said, well, see you later then. So just stop charging people entrance fees, especially for a pub. I'm not being nasty, Pink. You're not that good.
Yeah.
You're not. How much was Pink?
£6 each.
You're not £6 entry good.
And
You're
I
not.
mean, downstairs one's even open.
Downstairs isn't open. For £6 entry, I want you open downstairs. You put people behind the bar downstairs.
And that was the weird thing about Pink as well, because we
And give this bloody horrible stamp that you can never get off your arm.
I got mine off eventually. Took some fucking Brillo pads. But
Something like this on it all morning to do me nothing.
yeah, Pink. So we get scanned on the way in. Like, remember the dude with the fucking metal detector going up and down you?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that happened.
I tell you what, the gays are really what's her name, aren't they?
And then
Proper got bloody paranoia issues.
the woman on the door, because he was scanning me and you've gone in, and I walk over and go, everything all right? And she's looking at you, and then she looks at me and she's like, I don't know what he's saying. And I went like, Cleo, what are you saying? And you went, is there a charge to get in? And she's looking at you, and she looked at me, I went, is there a charge to get in? And she went, yeah, it's £6 each. And then I looked at you and went, it's £6 each. I'm like, I don't understand what the problem was.
Mate, that's probably what, because Gossip was the next place. So that's what would have charged me brain and peed me off.
So you get your phone out to ping it, and she's like, it's cash. And it's like, why? And she goes, you can pay card on the bar, but it's cash on the door.
Yeah, because they don't pay any VAT on it.
Why?
Again, keep chatting.
What? Why? And I was like, in my head, I was a bit like, is she just a bit like pissed off and doesn't want us to come in or something? Like, and you just pulled the cash out your pocket and just dropped it on the counter and went, there you go then. And she kind of looked and eye rolled and then stamped us, and in we went. And that
weird.
was terrible.
I think that's what would have started me off then. So that would have been the match that started the thing off. So because we had difficulty getting in Pink, the moment we went round there, I would have just gone, you know what?
Well,
I haven't got time for this conversation again.
we know for next time now. Just stay in the pubs. Just stay in the auctioneers and stay in the tavern.
We should have just gone strangled cat and had a taco.
Well, that we did go back down.
Did he?
Yeah, you were adamant that you were going back down Piccadilly, and I was like, dude, it's closed. And you're like, no, come on. And
It was closed,
You
wasn't
walked
it?
straight past the strangled cat, and I'm like, Cleo, where are you going? You're like, strangled cat. I'm like, it's there, it's closed.
Yeah, what's wrong with Piccadilly closing like
It all shuts
Cinderella?
at like midnight, doesn't it?
It's like Cinderella, Hanley is.
So yeah, I think just stick to the pubs, or to go somewhere else.
How could we make Hanley good again?
We can't.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The culture's gone. It's not the same culture anymore. It's gone. It's not. You can put. There's guys who've opened up next door to the arcade, and the bar's called Chameleon. And do you know what? They're slowly drip feeding it because they've got full-time jobs, and it's more of a passion project for them. And they're slowly drip feeding it with like decoration and signs and blah blah blah. And then recently they've actually opened up in the day, and they've got a pool table in there, and it looks really nice. You know what I mean? It does. It looks welcoming and nice and whatnot. We walked past it, and they had some good tunes on in there. But when you kind of look through the cracks in the window, it's empty. There's nobody in there. There's no atmosphere. You can open as many clubs, pubs, bars, whatever you want in Hanley, and people don't go there anymore. That's the thing. It's just
open a bar and put a FIFA tablet in there.
It's just
PlayStation 5 and FIFA in there. We'll give you a beer for a goal.
Yeah, you could try it, but I just don't think that the market's there anymore. There's been a couple of ones. What used to be Touch on the corner, somebody reopened that recently. It was gone within a month. Somebody took on the
I miss
freehold.
Fat Cats.
Yeah, somebody took on the freehold of what was Liquid and then Fiction, and they called it Electric. It lasted a month, and then it was closed again.
Do you know what was a good cat restaurant? It was at the Hideaway on Piccadilly.
On Piccadilly, yeah.
Do you know what? That had the best breakfasts in the entire county. Deadly serious. They put whoever was. I know why they went bankrupt, because like,
Portions.
mate, the portion sizes were like whatever, and they weren't your cheap sausages neither. You know when you can tell if it's a cheap sausage or not. All the fruit was brilliant. All the food was brilliant, but the portion control, wow. It was way. You could just go in for a breakfast and you were done for the day. It was like, do I ever need to eat now?
Do I need to eat again?
No, I'm just doing this for the next 6 hours now and processing food. So yeah, that was them. But Anley's, I think Anley is. Do you know what? I really wanted on Friday. I wanted come here, knock on for you at the door. This was in my mind how Friday was going to replay. So I was going to knock on your door. We were going to walk out your street. We were going to go to the first pub. And then we were going to turn the corner and go to the second pub. And then turn the corner and go to the third pub. And then we're in Hanley.
Yeah.
That was how I envisaged it. They're all shut.
Yeah, they're all shut.
There's
doesn't happen
literally no pubs anywhere.
There used to be two. There was one literally 2 seconds up the road, the Bird in Hand.
That was where I was planning.
And then there was the Shoulder of Mutton on the corner.
Yeah.
And they've both gone. The two local pubs.
It's...
I mean, we've got the Oldie Inadequate just down the road.
Yeah, but we're getting...
that's the other way.
Yeah, we had to walk.
You know.
You'll have to walk and then walk back up again, then, won't we? So,
but yeah, doing your pubs on the way to Hanley. For me, what killed it, what killed Hanley, and what killed the nightlife in general is
just the drinking laws.
The late license laws. They brought in them late license laws where the routine. This was the routine, right? Even if you don't do the pubs on the way to Hanley, there were pubs in Hanley. So, you'd go to. I'm going to reel off some old school names here, like so. You'd go into Hanley and you go.
It's a football match. God.
You'd go to Flackett's.
Hey.
Right. So Flackett's was opposite the Spiky Man. That was the first bar you go to, and this is just what you did, because that bar was really busy between like 6 and 8.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So you'd come out of Flackett's and you'd go round the corner and you'd go into Trinity's, which is now CEX.
You miss Millionaires.
No, we go back to Millionaires.
Oh, yeah. That's on the way to the place.
That's on the way to the place.
Sorry, I do apologise.
So you'd do Trinity's, and then you'd maybe go into Yates's after that, and then the Pig and Truffle. And then you go up that little alleyway and you go into Millionaires, because they were doing the 50p shots and stuff like that. 50p
shots, that ethanol.
And then when later on, if like a couple of years later, when more bars opened down on like Trinity Street, you'd go and do like Chicago Rock, you'd do Fluid. So you go back down that little alleyway where everybody had a piss first.
Yep.
Right, so down into Fluid, then you go Chicago Rock, and then you go Walkabout, and then eventually you'd probably end up in one of them places having a few beers, but then you'd go to your club of choice, whether it be the Place, whether it be Valleys or Creation, what it turned into. There was 3 nightclubs at one point, 3 nightclubs within 5-minute walking distance of each other. At one point, you had the Place, Creation, and Liquid.
You can put Brannigan's on that list.
Bit out the way, bit further down, but
within walking distance.
Yeah, but that was there as well. 3 nightclubs, and you'd have a good night no matter which one you went to. They'd be full no matter which one you went to.
Where are those people? Where did those people go to?
The people that used to drink in them clubs.
Yeah, where did
they got old?
Yeah, but where have they gone?
They don't go out anymore.
Why don't they go out, Dave?
Because they grew up.
Why?
I know.
Where's our community? Gen Zs, where are you? You're a millennial, but where's my Gen Zs?
You're Gen X.
Where's my Gen X's?
Let's face it, I might as well be a fucking Gen X. You know what I mean? I'm only just a millennial.
You're not
Like,
only just a millennial, you're way into millennial
I'm not.
territory. You are.
1984.
1984, it's 2 years into
I'm an
millennial.
older millennial. I was brought up like I was Gen X.
Jodie
Jesus.
was doing this the other day. I was like, no, you're a millennial.
I'm definitely a millennial, but I'm an older millennial. It stopped.
Tell me your tales.
And I get it. I get why it stopped. Because people get old and they get tired. Like, if you hadn't landed within 10 minutes of when you did,
Yeah.
I'd have been asleep.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, when you used to... You want to do what? You want to meet in the pub at 10? That's an hour and a half after my bedtime, so
Yeah, I'm not meeting anyone at 10 o'clock at night. If you would say, meet me at 10 o'clock, I haven't got the attention span to just keep myself busy,
yourself busy
until
then.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, I'll meet you at 7.
no, because if you say 10 o'clock, that's me sitting in my chair with my belly out, and then I'll just start foraging, and then once I start foraging, that's me on cream, and then that's me sleep.
Sleep. Fast asleep.
That's
yeah.
me doing sleepy stuff.
No, people. When I say grew up, I don't mean like it's a maturity thing. I mean people got older. You know what I mean? Responsibilities kick in. You have kids. You've got a mortgage. Whatever. Blah blah blah. And you're saving for your holidays instead of going to the pub. You know what I mean? You've got to get your double glazing fixed. It's loads
So
of
responsible
stuff happens.
Cleon is. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's gonna
you've
be?
got to have responsibilities. But I think it's important. I think it's important to have time. You know, for your bros. You know what I mean? It's I think, you know, ladies with your ladies and bros with your bros. You need that bro time. You've got to have it.
No.
Like, you can't just bury yourself into everyday life. You can't just bury yourself into work and home and stuff. Yeah, we've got responsibilities. Things need doing. You've got to go to work. You've got to pay your
Yeah.
bills. You've got to do your DIY.
Of course
you
you
know what I
have.
mean? You've
It's
got
called life.
You know,
That's not
and,
optional.
Yeah, you've got to do all that kind of stuff. But fuck me, like, put some time aside to go for a fucking beer with your
Well,
bros.
that's what's
Like,
been missing. That's what's missing out
Yeah.
of life. I mean, if you look at the complete, there's no social interaction now. Like, if you're single and you want a date, you don't get up and go out and meet people. You sit in the house and look for people.
Yeah, swiping.
Swiping. That man looks like a nice man. How weird, he sent me a dick pic. Of course he sent you a fucking dick pic. You've met up with him digitally.
Yeah.
Digitally. So what type of charm has this guy got? He ain't got no charm. He's just sending you a picture. Because that's what you're used to. And if you don't like it, guess what you can do? Swipe.
Yeah.
Grow up.
We had
I'll
to
tell you now.
work. We had to fucking work for
Yeah,
it.
people, if you are over 30 and you are on dating apps, you are a sleazy motherfucker. And I'll say it with my chest. Women, you hoes. Men, you know that these women are hoes. That's why you're on there. Because
You
they're
know,
sleazy.
I had a mate who, like, you know, he was looking for a bird, and he joined. I can't remember which one it
Plenty
was.
first.
He joined one of the dating apps, and he
can't
thought
remember
he
the
thought I'll give this a go, and he matched with a bird, and he was
it on
like,
Match.com?
I don't know what it was, but he matched with a bird, and he was like, sound the arrange go on a date. So they went out, and they went on this date. He was about 15 minutes into the date, and the bird just went, so are we going back yours or mine to fuck? And he just went, mine, I guess.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to go on a date and have a conversation, and like, if you're 3 hours into your date and shit's going really good, then maybe drop the, do you want to come back mine for coffee?
Within 3 hours of me. So you've never met someone before in your entire life. I've put more work in while I've been drunk. I have. I've put more work in while I've been drunk than what you have to do on Tinder.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Really simply. You've gone out, you've met you've never seen this person. You have never seen this person before in your life. And within 3 hours, she's going, right, that's it. He's paid for me food. When we fucking. That's transactional.
Yeah, but he was like, you know, he said, because he didn't want that. He didn't want that at all. He wanted to meet somebody, like, but he was 10 minutes into the fucking date, and he's like, well, actually, I want to eat me fucking steak, and
It's all the bounce.
but you know, he ended up fucking giving her one anyway. He was like, well, I might as well get it wet. But yeah, but then he was like, he just came off it straight away. He's like, well, if that's what it's like.
That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Every female on
And the thing is,
dating sites is a hoe, and every male is a sleazy git. It's not for me.
and the thing is though, you could do that back in the day. You could go out and meet somebody on a night out and go get laid, and then done and dusted, like. But you didn't have that digital connection with them. You know what I mean? It wasn't saved in a fucking app.
Yeah, no.
Where, like, you know what I mean? And then now it's like, why are you ghosting me? Like, it's because you got what you wanted. The transaction was done.
Yeah, it's done now.
Back in the day, the transaction was done. You never fucking saw them again.
This is why
Or you'd bump into them a week later and go,
hey, this is why you should make men work for it. But anyway, no, but I'll stand by what I say around the hoe remark.
I never mind working for it.
It's true. You
We have
get
to
what
put fucking working.
you get what I mean. If you put the work in, you appreciate it more at the end.
And the thing is,
But if you're going with someone that she spoke, you just think about it. So, you just think about it. A beautiful woman. How many times do you think she gets contacted on a dating site by a bloke?
oh yeah, no.
What's the validation like for that woman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Throwing jars of hot dog sausages at her
just
face.
throwing jars, pictures, just
Just
throwing pictures of dick at her left, right, and centre. Oh, look at this guy sent me. Look at this guy sent. That is the wrong type of validation to be giving people. Hence the problem with social media. But that's a different conversation. So then they go through all these people looking for a nice guy. Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do? And guess what, mate? They're all dead nice guys. Of course they are. You're offering it up 3 hours into the bloody date, you smeghead. What's he like? What's he like in 6 hours?
Yeah.
What's he like when you give it him?
Yeah, what's his post-nut clarity like?
Yeah, what's his post? Yeah.
Like, once he's jazzed, then what's he like?
Yeah.
Do you know, with me and my lady, right? I mean, you were there.
I was there. I remember when you met Dawn.
She made me work for it, and to me, that was a bit of a light bulb moment because I was so used to not having to put that much effort in. But she made me work for it, and that made me go, hang on a minute, this one might be worth pursuing. Like she's got something
Said
about
no to
her
me.
here. Yeah, she definitely did say fucking no to me more than once.
Do you want it? Nope.
Yeah. What are you doing? Put that away.
You are not an elephant.
Yeah. But Luke, it goes. Yeah, she made me work for it, but the proof's in the pudding. 20 fucking something years later, maths ain't mathing. 22 years, yeah, 22 years later, we're still here.
Yeah, exactly. No one wants a hoe. They don't, mate. They don't. Oh, mate, I know. Oh, God, some of the stuff you hear about single women. Oh, she met she was having a date with him last night. He called round. Did she? Did he give it up? Yep. It's like, what's he need to know you for now? He's seen what the cookie's like.
Yeah. He's tasted the ice cream. Oh, my God.
You get what I mean, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just absolute madness. Anyway, I watched probably one of the greatest wrestling segments I've seen in a very long time yesterday.
Was it Ron Killings on top of the announce desk on Raw?
No,
Because that was amazing.
it wasn't. It was Cena versus CM Punk.
The Cena Punk one, yeah.
I
yeah.
really, really like that.
Yeah.
That was... John Cena isn't just leaning into this heel, is he? He's proper leaning into it. He's loving the heel.
A bit of background as well. I don't know if you've looked into this, but when CM Punk was away from wrestling and WWE started doing the Saudi shows, CM Punk was very vocal about wrestlers going to Saudi Arabia and being paid in blood money and blah, 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 blah. He was very vocal about, like, not going to Saudi Arabia. And now he's going to Saudi Arabia. It's very, very clever. It's very clever because it's like, if you want to fight me for this title, you are going to have to become the biggest fucking hypocrite ever and follow me to Saudi Arabia.
Very clever.
So clever.
Very
so
clever.
Let's face it, once he was back in the company, he was going to fucking Saudi Arabia. And they all generally go now. Sami Zayn was one that just dug his heels in the ground and went, I'm not going. I am not going to Saudi Arabia. It's not happening. And he eventually went, and the biggest pop ever he got over there. That's to do with his, he's got family in that kind of area of the world. It was something to do with that, but I can't remember the exact details.
But he still went.
But he did eventually end up going, and he feels validated that he went for the right reasons, not the money.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man. Sami Zayn's a good guy, man. You know what I mean?
That paycheck was negotiated before he got on that plane. He knew exactly how much he was getting. Don't let it cloud your mind, mate.
No, yeah, obviously he got paid, but you know, I think there was a lot of conversation about it first. It's got to be right. It's got to be for our reasons. But his people, he got a massive pop. It was ace. But look at fucking Shawn Michaels said he'd never come out of retirement because of respect to the fans. He said he was retiring and he'll never come out of retirement. And then the Saudis went, we'd really like to see D-Generation X versus the Brothers of Destruction. They're all like old. While here's lots of fucking money, make it happen. And Vince McMahon goes to Shawn Michaels, can you do us a favour? and
he went, no, I respect the fans too much. Yeah. And he went, how about now?
Yeah, and he showed him the check and went, how about now? And Shawn Michaels went, oh, God. All right.
They're all sports athletes and all these guys, mate. They're all fucking liars.
You should watch that match. If you've not seen it before, if you've not seen it in a while, you should watch it for how fucking terrible it is. It's so bad.
I've got a memory that Saudi Arabia match, and The Undertaker was doing a match in that as well. And the entire card was terrible because they were all way too old.
It's just fucking shocking. Like, it was Triple H tore his pec about 2 seconds into the match, so Shawn Michaels had to do all the work. Kane lost his mask at one point. Mask came off. That's God. You know where that is. Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker are in the ring looking at each other going, what are we doing?
Yeah, it was that match. I've seen it.
You've got like the Taker Goldberg match from Saudi as well, where Goldberg drops Taker on his fucking neck. And then Goldberg gives himself concussion by headbutting the ring post. It's like, what the fuck? He's coming back this year as well. That's terrible.
He's the most unorganised wrestler I have ever seen in the squared circle, Goldberg. I'm sorry, mate.
And let's face it,
I don't know if you're a massive fan, but he's so unorganised.
I always liked the character. He was always shit in the ring.
Yeah.
I always liked the character. The thing with Cena as well, this farewell run is perfect. It's brilliant. He's doing everything right, and it's great. In the ring, he's rusty. He's not John Cena from 20 years ago. You know what I mean? He's rusty. He's not brilliant. If anybody can pull a good match out of him, it'll be CM Punk. I'm expecting it to be a good match, but we'll see what happens.
But CM Punk's getting on now, isn't he?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Peak Punk was 15 years ago. He's knocking on a bit. I'm fucking R-Truth, man. That whole thing that's happened with him over the last 3 weeks, is just mental. So,
I like what Cena did to him though when he said, "Don't send me that. Don't send me the class clown."
It was in the works for quite a while, the release of R-Truth. So they're not releasing him. They were just going to let his contract expire. And John Cena was aware of this, and that's why we got John Cena versus R-Truth at Saturday night's main event. John Cena's like, if you are letting him go, then I want to work with him before you do. Which is fucking classy of John Cena, because R-Truth has fallen very well into the the class clown, the comedy relief. People forget this guy's like a 2-time NWA world champion. But he's fallen into that comic relief category, and he's brilliant at what he does, and everybody fucking loves him. I don't know one person that doesn't like R-Truth. And so Cena's like, yeah, let me work with him. So they do all that thing, and that's all done and dusted, and then the announcement's made. R-Truth on Twitter, I'm being released. My contract's not going to get renewed. Once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
And that's that. So then people are like, is it a work? Is it one of them stupid R-Truth things where, because it was on June the 1st, is it one of them stupid R-Truth things where he thinks it's April the 1st? And he's like, oh, my bad. But then it all comes out because there's other releases as well, like Carlito and whatnot, that it's actually true.
I didn't even know Carlito was still in WWE.
He's been in he's in the Judgment Day. Is that what they're called? The Judgment. Is that what they're called?
Judgment Day.
Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom, Finn Balor.
Yeah, them. He was
Rhea Ripley in that?
Was at one point. Yeah.
She left Judgment
She was
Day.
the original. It was Edge, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest. So yeah, so then you've got all the other wrestlers on Twitter going, "What? No, this can't be true. I'm devastated," because everybody loves him. All the fans are like, "You can't do that to R-Truth." He's like, you need to give him like a Legends contract or something. He's 50-something years old. Just keep him there. People love him.
Yeah.
Just pay him for being who he is. And then the shows just got hijacked for the next week. Literally all through Raw, all through SmackDown. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. The shows got fucking hijacked. And do you know what R-Truth did? Kept on getting phone calls from the WWE, and he just ignored his phone. He went home, and he just didn't want to talk to anybody. And he was like, nope, I am not answering that phone call until the boss, the big boss, Nick Khan, until Nick Khan phoned him. He waited till it got to the top of the fucking tree, and then he answered his phone and went, hello. You want to negotiate something now, do you? Hey? And yeah, so he got his job back. He's probably had to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
But he's now wrestling under his real name, Ron Killings. He's wrestling under Ron Killings, and then when his contract does expire and he has to go somewhere else, he's got X amount of...
Yeah.
It's probably a 1-year fucking contract or something. He's got 12 months of being prominent and wrestling under his own name. So then when he goes to an independent or to TNA or to anywhere else, he can be Ron Killings, and people won't get it all confused. It won't be like, oh yeah, that used to be R-Truth, because he's been wrestling as Ron Killings for 12 months.
For ages.
And then the whole Money in the Bank thing with the main event.
I can't stand him.
Ew.
Seth freaking fucking...
Oh no, I'm on about the main event. The Cena.
Oh, sorry, I
Liverpool.
thought you were on about...
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
R-Truth coming through the crowd.
Yeah.
And the mask comes off. The fucking pop, because he's there. Like literally, the WWE listened to what the crowd wanted. He's come back, he's interfered, and then the promo that he cut on Raw, climbing on the fucking deck, cuts his dreadlocks off. Cuts his
just snap,
fucking
snap,
dreadlocks
snap,
off.
snap, snap.
And he's like, wow, this is ace. I just hope they do something with it. Just give him that push. Give him that one last fucking push.
What for?
Because
He's in his mid-50s.
Because he's fucking ace.
He's
that's
nearly
why.
60 years old, isn't he?
But he's ace. Just give him that. He doesn't have to win. He doesn't have to win a belt, but just
Mate,
give
they've
him.
been pushing him, and he's lost against every bugger for
Give
so
him a
long
push.
because he's the comic relief.
I know. They got the tag team push with the Miz again when they got the Awesome Truth back together. They had that a couple of years ago, and that was cool. But just give him that singles push. He doesn't have to win. He doesn't have to get a big belt or anything like that. But he can get into like a big high profile match at SummerSlam. Give him a high profile match at SummerSlam. Let him
do
let him
SummerSlam.
wrestle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let him do that.
Do you know what John Cena said about it? I thought it was exactly bang on. Do you know what? John Cena's saying my inner thoughts right now.
Yeah.
I was watching him going, he's absolutely right, this guy is. Do you know something? I could hang with John Cena in this mood. I could hang with John Cena and just sit there going, no, you're right, mate. I completely agree. They won't care in 2 weeks. It's only because it's gone
Oh,
on the
yeah,
stratosphere.
yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
CM Punk, you're just a cog on the wheel.
Yeah. And then CM
Spoke,
Punk
sorry. You just a spoke on the wheel. You
Then he
just a spoke on the wheel.
reinforced the actual thought process as well, and told Cena to calm the fuck down. John, in a nutshell, he walked out and went, "Mate, we're all a spoke on the wheel. Calm down a bit, eh?
We're all a spoke on the wheel, and that's exactly what he said in his pipe bomb.
Shit's going too far now, John. You need to calm the hell down, mate."
People will forget about you. It's simple as that.
They will, and John Cena will retire.
They never forgot about CM Punk, though, did they? They chanted his name for fucking however many years.
But John Cena will retire, and he will be back.
Of course he will.
He'll be back in 5 years' time.
Yeah.
When Peacemaker's finished, because he was okay of a series. He's done a few movies, and then he'll be back. Once his hair plugs have taken,
Yeah.
that guy's straight back in.
He'll do, whether he wrestles again or not's a different thing, but he'll be back in the WWE.
Of course he will.
He'll do them WrestleMania spots where, like, you've got some...
Now, The Rock.
Yeah, where you've got some, like, young bad guy talent in the ring just shouting at everybody, like, and saying how much better they are than everybody. And then, like, the lights will drop and his music will kick in. And whether they do the black and white like they're doing now, or whether they do the full colour, whatever, and then he'll come out and he'll do his little 2.5 minute squash match in the ring, and then everybody will love it, and then he'll disappear. Or it'll be one of them ones like they did with Austin, and I think it was Austin, Hulk Hogan, and Shawn Michaels, I think it was, at WrestleMania, where they ended up in like doing a quick like tag match.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, he'll be back. Of course, he's WWE through and through. It's like The Rock.
Yeah.
It's like The Rock. The Rock will always come
I
back.
do love what CM Punk said to him about giving your final boss.
Oh, yeah.
Kissing your final boss. Kissing the
final.
final boss's arse.
It's just...
Or the previous boss. He's basically kissing Vince's ass before you leave.
It's...
That was off script because you could tell the Cena's face. Cena went, "Oh,
yeah, Punk is... He's so good at what he does.
yeah."
He might not be the best wrestler in the world anymore, but he's so good at what he does. And he's so real with it as well. He's just believable. Some of them wrestlers are so wooden when they do promos. He's so fucking believable. Like, I genuinely believe that he doesn't like The Rock, even though they're friends. Like, they're friends. They get on with each other. It's like, but when he's on that mic and he's fucking ripping him apart, I'm like, you two really don't like each other, do you?
The best wrestler in the WWE is Mysterio's son.
Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom
Dom's
Mysterio.
fucking brilliant.
Because I genuinely, I absolutely hate that guy. Like, I can't tell you the level. I've got no reason to hate neither. I've got no reason to hate. Apart from his character.
Yeah.
So if I'm that invested in hating somebody, he's got to be doing a mega job for me to be that invested in hating someone.
That Intercontinental title win at Mania is definitely the turning point where the fans' reaction was a genuine reaction to the work that he's put in to become this hated bad guy. And everybody knows, because you genuinely don't like him. Like, you don't like him. You don't like that character.
It was you who made me go, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's really put the work in for it. So then when he gets the belt, the whole crowd are like, his work paid off. Congratulations, Dirty Dom. And he runs back. You see there's mobile phone footage from the crowd where the camera's on him and he's on the walkway, and you see the cameraman tell him to run back to the ring because they've all got in-ears. So the cameraman's just been instructed to tell him to run back to the ring and get that pop. And he runs back, he jumps on the ropes, he gets the huge pop, and then he leaves. It's been perfect for him.
He's quality.
He's done. Yeah.
There's not a lot of talent though left in the WWE that's young. Not a lot. I'm talking that are contenders for talent, not like Johnny who's been in the NXT and done 2 matches.
Yeah,
I think there's not many. Logan Paul's in that.
There's been There's some NXT call-ups. I mean, that's mainly in the women's division, though, the NXT call-ups. Stephanie Vaquia, fucking brilliant.
I give her that. I agree with you there. And you know I don't like women's wrestling.
But there's just... there's not... I understand what you're saying. Yeah, there's the guys that are there have been there a while.
Ages.
And it's like... And then you look at the people with the belts, and... Did you watch Raw, by the way?
I've watched it in segments, so I've not watched it all the way through straight run. I've watched it in
Do you know
bite size.
about main event Jey Uso?
No, but go into it because I'll see it and it'll all be over YouTube. And by the time I get round
So-
to it, I would have watched it.
They had that rematch, the Gunter
Yes,
Jey Uso rematch. Gunter's the champion again. They've took the belt off Jey Uso.
Oh, they just give.
Honestly,
give
I think it's the right move.
do you?
Yeah, Jey main event Jey Uso. He got his Mania, his Mania moment. He got the belt, but they've played into the fact that all he's done is work. He's just worked until this rematch with Gunter, and his body's broken, and he hasn't been very strategic with his title defenses and this and the blah blah blah. So Gunter was able to. Do you know what? The match on Raw made up for the match at WrestleMania.
Fair.
It was so good. It was
Fair.
The storytelling
I
was.
thought
just,
the match would be very WrestleMania-esque.
the storytelling was phenomenal in it. It was they did such a good job, and I think it's been 50 something days, and I think that's about right. Because were you feeling Jey Uso as a world champion?
No, but I was expecting it.
Yeah, were you like? 'Cause
If you listen to the episode pre-WrestleMania, I said everybody who comes from like that area of the world where The Rock lives,
dude,
they're all gonna have a belt on them. And
I was well up for it, well up for him being the champ. Main event Jey Uso finally gets the belt, and then he gets the belt, and it's like, Sound, he's got the belt. We need a couple of defenses, we need a couple of little storylines, but I never really saw him as a long-term champion. Take the belt off him. I think they've done it at the right time, and I think they've given it back to the right person because,
Yeet.
yeah, Gunter is very good.
Yeet.
He is very good at what he does. So yeah, give it back to him. Let him go back on his long run. Jey Uso can have a couple of months off,
Certainly.
and then put him in another program with somebody else.
I agree with that.
Yeah, he's.
I think we should give Roman Reigns the belt as well.
I think eventually.
That man should always have a gold belt round his waist.
Yeah.
Beautiful man. That's what I used to look like with a top knot
I'm just going to pull up.
in my head. That's exactly what I look like with a top knot, Roman Reigns.
I'm going to pull up the current list of WWE champions. Okay. Because we were on about the age of what's going on here. So, World Heavyweight Championship.
John Cena.
No, Gunter.
Oh, sorry.
Gunter's got the World Heavyweight.
Wrong belt.
Now, he is... Yeah, he's at the right stage in his career for that. He's not an old vet, but he's done his European stuff. He did NXT UK. He went into NXT. He signed up, called up to the main roster. He had his Intercontinental title run, which was great, and then pushed for the world level. He's where he should be right now. That's fine. Io Sky, another one. She's been in it quite a while.
Yep.
But yeah, not defended that belt since winning it at WrestleMania. Everybody else has had programs. She's not defended it since WrestleMania. Dirty Dom.
Yep.
That's fine. That's perfect. So, Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch. She's a veteran now. You know what I mean? Why has she got the belt? Tag team, The New Day.
I don't like Becky Lynch neither.
The
New Day?
Yeah, WWE title, but
God, they're still going off that
there's
Hulk Hogan problem, aren't
no fucking tag teams at all. John Cena, again, part of his retirement thing. Looking at the rest of them, though, on SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton, she's young. She's got the Women's Championship. Jacob Fatu, United States. Selena Vega's the Women's United States Champion. She's been in it quite a while, actually. Street Profits, Tag Team Champions, but do the Tag Team Champions even count? WWE Speed Championship. I forgot that was a thing.
Speed Championship.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
that? Racing.
It is a. It's an online program called Speed, and every match has to be less than 5 minutes.
Oh right, okay.
So yeah, even though El Grande Americano is the Speed championship, what you doing to me? You waving that in my face?
Sounds like something that's been made just basically for TikTok.
Oh yeah, of course. Even though you see like El Grande Americano is the
Fantastic wrestler.
is the Speed champion, you'll never see him with that belt on WWE TV. It's just an online only thing. So yeah, it doesn't really count.
He's a great wrestler as well. He's probably one of the best wrestlers
El
around.
Grande Americano, just come from out of nowhere. This legend.
No one knows who he is?
No masks never come off. Nobody
Never
knows
come
who he is. Yeah. Do you know who else is really good?
Who?
Chad Gable. Yeah, he's a good wrestler as well.
They should form a tag team.
They should. That'd work. Or just seeing them two wrestle together. I
I just think a
against each
tag
other.
team, them two versus anyone else, it'd be a good match.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But no, Cody Rhodes, he's quite young. Is he young? Cody? How old's Cody now?
He's a veteran.
Is he a vet now, Code?
He was mid 2000s when he started.
How old's Cody
So
Rhodes?
he did all these Stardust thing, and then he disappeared. Did it Ring of Honor, did TNA, did New Japan, formed AEW.
He is, isn't he?
You know what I mean? He did that run in AEW before he came back to WWE.
Nearly 40.
He has been wrestling a long time.
He has.
I do love that little thing from CM Punk as well, where he's like, Cody Rhodes is the best that we've got.
Yeah.
That's a proper like rub. That's cool.
How old's CM Punk?
Cody Rhodes is so good.
He was the oldest, me or CM Punk?
CM Punk, but not that much.
He's massively older than me, my friend.
Is he?
No. He's pretty much exactly a year older than me.
Oh, yeah. I figured.
1978, October 26th.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
September
Yeah,
27th. He's pretty much exactly a year older than me.
Yeah, not by much.
The only difference is I don't use that much hair dye.
Oh, that's got to be old, that picture.
Oh, it's 20 for 24.
Fucking hellfire.
I
Because he
don't.
let his grey come through, so
Yeah.
he doing there?
He's using hair dye there.
that's just silly.
And you noticed how Will Smith's pretty much gone into Gandalf overnight.
No.
He's like, and then the next day he's completely black again, hair wise. Just
Yeah, not skin.
yeah,
He turns into Gandalf. Next
turns
thing
into
you know,
Gandalf.
Black again.
Black again. Can't believe it. Long hair, looks like Ian McKellen and everything. Anyway, while we're on sports, football.
Oh, fuck off. Football doesn't exist.
Football does
Not
exist.
till August.
No, it's a thing again, Dave. It is a
God.
thing again.
Is it real football or is it
Yeah.
your stuff?
It's the FIFA Club World Cup starts tonight, David.
Oh, that's not a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Fuck off. Chelsea and Man City. That's who's representing the Premier League. That's
Yes.
that's not a real thing.
Look, right, can we just pretend it's a real thing for the next couple of minutes? So we've got, I don't know where they're from. Where the hell are these clubs from?
That looks like I would
AHLY.
say It's got to be like it's got to be Saudi or something, hasn't it? Though.
Where are these clubs from?
Where's the?
Take it.
I had all the groups up and stuff.
I should have really cared more about this. Scores. Where are these from?
Man City are the current champs, I believe.
Head to head. Oh no, they are. They're from Saudi.
Yeah.
They're playing into Miami right now. Messi's playing right now. Palmeiras from Brazil are playing Porto at 11 o'clock tonight.
It's in America, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, fair one.
Yeah.
In Group B, we've got PSG versus Atletico Madrid. Sounds like a good match. In Group C tonight, we've got Bayern Munich versus Auckland. That seems like a pointless match. And then we've got the UEFA Under-21s Championship all on at the same time. Oh, in the CONCACAF Gold Cup as well is playing all at the same time. We are into now. Oh, There's another one as well. The Torino Murray-Fraviello, whatever that is. And there's also US Major League Soccer going on. All at the same time. Absolutely. What's happening right now is called just a complete money grab. That's all football is right now, people. A money grab. I can't even find it. Can you find the groups to this stuff?
Yeah, are you on BBC?
Yeah.
If you're on the calendar, scores and fixtures,
Yeah.
where it says FIFA Club World Cup, just click on that and it takes you to the groups.
Oh, got you. So we've got in Group A, we've got from Saudi Arabia, Inter Miami, Porto Palmeiras. In Group B, we've
Inter Miami, that's Beckham's club, isn't it?
No, yeah, the one Beckham owns with Messi.
Yeah.
In Group B, we've got PSG, Atletico Madrid, Bufongo, whoever they are, and Sounders.
Sir Beckham.
Sorry, it's not yet. He hasn't been done yet.
Oh, yes.
When was he?
Yeah, it's been done.
Has he? Oh, sorry. Sir David Beckham, sorry. In Group C, Bayern Munich, Auckland, Boca Juniors, and Benfica. In Group D, Flamengo, Tunis, Chelsea, and LAFC, or What's the one in LA?
What?
The one Beckham used to play for.
LA Galaxy.
That's the one. Group E, River, another team. Monterrey, Inter Miami. Group F,
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan, sorry. Group F, Fluminense, Dortmund, another team, and another team. Group G, Man City, Wydad AC. Hey.
You're not selling this to me.
No, another team in Juve. In Group H, Real Madrid, Halal.
Al Hilal.
Another
Some of
team
these teams
in RG. So where are half of these from?
Some of these teams haven't even got links.
They haven't.
Like, you just can't even click on them and find out what they're for. I did read up about this Club World Cup thing and how like you qualify for it and stuff like that. And
How do you qualify for it, Dave?
I can't remember now. It's like I was a bit like, why is Chelsea in there? What have they done?
I don't know. So the two teams that are in there from an English point of view. So this is the best in the world from this football season. So the best in the world. So who won the Premier League, Dave? Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Right. So who were Liverpool playing?
They're not in there.
Oh, okay. So the best in the world. Whoever wins this is going to be called the best in the world. So the best out of the Premier League aren't playing in it. Of course not. What about who came second in the Premier League? Arsenal. Where are they? Group A, Group... Oh. They're not. Fair enough. Let's have a look at the guys who won the FA Cup and they're not in it. It's an absolute pointless exercise.
As of 2022, most teams qualify to the FIFA Club World Cup by winning their continental competitions. The AFC Champions League, CAF Champions League, the whatever that is Champions League, the Copa Libertadores, the OFC Champions League, or the UEFA Champions League. Aside from these...
So when did Chelsea win the UEFA Champions League in the last 2 years?
The host nation's National League champions qualify as well. Yeah.
Inter Miami were in the final of the Champions League. I know PSG won it. Inter Miami were in the final, because that's Inter Milan. Why I can't get these two clubs separated. Inter Milan were in the final, but they got smashed by PSG. So I've got no idea why Man City and Chelsea are there. Well, I do know why they're there.
But Man City are there because they're the current champions.
Oh,
they're
right,
the
okay.
current Club World Cup
Right,
champions.
so why are Chelsea there?
I'm looking it up now. I'm trying to find out. You've caught me off guard with this. I don't know what this.
I don't know why Chelsea, but I don't know why we're having this competition. Why the FIFA World?
So they won the Club World Cup in 2021.
Oh, the FIFA. Oh no, that's the World Cup.
They won the Champions League in 21. I don't
know.
know if that's got anything to do with it. Is it because... I wonder if it's because other teams opt to not go. So it's like, it goes down the list.
Oh,
You
fair.
know what I mean? I wonder
That
if
could be
that's a
it.
thing, like... I'm not sure.
I don't know. That could be it. I just don't know why, outside of Cole Palmer, there's a reason for Chelsea to be there. And I've tried to find out. Or Real Madrid. It's a complete vanity show.
The 32-team tournament brings together the most successful club sides from each of the 6 international confederations,
All right.
with our qualification coming courtesy of the Blues Champions League win in 2021. That's why they're there.
Mint.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. That is
Enjoy,
why
ladies
they're
and gentlemen. I probably will be watching later anyway, because I love PSG and Atletico Madrid. I like them two teams, but that will probably be the only game I watch outside of PSG versus Inter Miami, because I want to start seeing these American teams getting an arse kicking.
there.
Do you know, I want to see an exhibition against one of them. You know, just where, like, say,
Yeah.
PSG field everybody, but they're not going to field everybody. Do you know why? Because they've only just finished the
They've only
bloody
just finished
season.
their season,
So
yeah.
if you're Dembele, you're going to have a choice between going there or going on holiday for 2 weeks. I know what I'm choosing. I'm going on holiday, mate.
I'll be going on holiday. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's a bit of a vanity project for me, Dave. And I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough. It's enough for today.
It's vanity.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day, by the way.
It is Father's Day, ladies and gentlemen. We are both fathers. I've been home for a grand total today of 50 minutes.
Oh wow. I've been home all day, but my lady doesn't generally work Sundays, but she's working today. Of all the Sundays to work,
Skive.
today's the day she chose. So, but I have had the pleasure of both children in the house, because that isn't a thing that normally happens these days either. Now that the big one's a bit older and he's got a missus. But no, they've both been in the house today, so I've spent some time with them, and that's been lovely.
You know what you should do now for the rest of your day?
Go on.
You should sit on your sofa, right? And order your kids around.
They've gone out.
Oh.
Well, I didn't think we were doing this today, and then when you messaged saying, be about 20 minutes, I was like, oh!
Yeah, I said about midday. I said I've got football till
that's a
midday.
thing. So I was like, oh guys, it looks like I'm podcasting. So they went, okay, yeah, we'll go out. All right. No, what I'm actually going to do with the rest of my day, Cleon, is wash the fucking dishes. I'm going to wash the dish. I'm going to put some tunes on and wash the dishes.
You're going to have a bit of a dance in your kitchen.
Maybe a little one.
Yeah?
Nothing too strenuous.
What are you putting on?
I think I'm feeling... I don't know, actually.
I go George Michael.
That could work.
That's where I'm
That
feeling
could
right now.
work. That could work.
Gracie's hits.
Yeah. I thought about being like old school and just putting the radio on. Seeing what the radio were playing these days.
Ooh.
And then very quickly turning it off and realising that I'm an old man.
Yeah. And you've gone, this is rubbish, this stuff is. This is rubbish. Do you know what I've noticed that I've started to do more of being an old man? My legs are getting wider the longer when I sit down now.
Oh, yeah. The hips aren't bringing them together.
They're just going. Mrr.
Yeah. It's because we're old and our nutsacks hang lower.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I just made that
Because
up.
for some reason, I am sitting like, are you?
Yeah.
Like, I'm 2 minutes away from having a big ball sack hanging down.
Yeah. You play awful Jim Jam. Cock a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Oh, what's that?
Just something I've
Oh.
noticed.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm sitting like this, look. I don't know why. It's driving me nuts, this getting older, Dave.
Yeah, it's the way men's hips work. It's just the way it works. Anyway.
Sounds like how we were talking earlier. It's the way women's hips work. Anyway, I'll allow you.
Yeah. SoundCloud. That's a thing that we're on.
It is a thing. Are we?
Yeah, that's another thing that we're on for listening to the podcast. The reason I said that out loud is because I was typing it as I was trying to say another word, and I just read out what I was typing.
Yeah.
That's a sign
Well
of getting
done.
old. Big thank you to everyone that listens week in and week out. You guys are awesome. Do never forget that. We appreciate you. We appreciate you every week tuning in, listening to us just waffle on about stuff.
We don't
It's
waffle on
brilliant.
about stuff. This is well planned out momentum that we
Yes.
push out.
Yeah, apparently so. Be sure to hit that like, follow, and subscribe button on whatever your favourite podcast platform is. It's very, very much appreciated. We're also on all of the socials, pretty much all the socials. It's Up the Trent Podcast on Instagram, and on everything else, it's just Up the Trent. Facebook, YouTube, X, Blue Sky, and TikTok. Up the Trent. But if you search Up the Trent without a paddle, you're going to find us. Whack it into Google. See what comes up first. Click on that one, and then hit like. It works. And always remember that Tinder's not a real thing. Go and find real humans and
Go out.
and get drunk with the bros. That's
Once a month,
yeah,
belly laughing,
belly laughing with the bros.
drunk.
Yes, you guys are awesome, and we will see you next time.